Say Max is a monster and we prosecute. Well, what happens then? There's no cure, no medication.
If we're successful, he'll be in juvenile detention away from the opportunity to hurt his family again.
Yeah, for a limited time, where he learns how to be a better criminal and is then released back into society.
Recidivism amongst high-profile child offenders is rare. I mean, look at Parker and Hume, 1954.
What, the Heavenly Creatures murderers?
Pauline Parker is a Catholic writing instructor and Juliet Hume is a Mormon novelist.
What, a crime novelist? And what about John Venables? Jailed at 10, released at 18, jailed at 27 for possessing and distributing child pornography.
There are always exceptions to the rule, and don't forget, he was labelled a sociopath at the trial.
Well, I'm not being naive. I know children are capable of evil acts, but I do believe they are led, encouraged or forced by adults.
I can't see Max's parents leading, encouraging or forcing him to kill his brother.
Well, like you said, we can't discount any possibility.
Then let's talk to Sean and Virginia Gardner.
We couldn't live in that house anymore. The children go to new schools. We're trying to put this behind us.
I understand how upsetting this is. Unfortunately, we're required to take the allegations your daughter made very seriously.
She's only 7 years old. She still believes in the tooth fairy.
Are you aware of exactly what Ella told her teacher?
That Max laughed. They were playing a game. He thought he'd won. He and Jake were always very competitive.
It's understood. However, Ella also claims that Max said, "Now I'm the butcher." Does this mean anything to you?
Has Max experienced any difficulties at his new school?
Like what?
Lack of friends, learning difficulties, starting fights.
Don't all new kids get picked on?
What about troubles at home or medical history?
I'm sorry, I don't understand what this has actually got to do with Jake.
Has Max had any trouble with bedwetting or learning difficulties?
Could you just stop beating around the bush and just ask us what you really want to know?
First?
No, I
doing their job.
to know exactly what you're insinuating about our son.
Okay, one of the psychiatrists who interviewed Max believes he may have antisocial personality tendencies.
Antisocial personality tendencies. I'm not staying for this. Yes, our son occasionally wet the bed. Yes, he's had difficulties learning. So do hundreds of other kids.
We didn't mean to distress you.
You didn't see the way that he cried at the funeral. Max adored his brother. Just go to hell.
Sweetheart. She still dreams about Jacob. Every night. That he's alive. I wish I did.
Lena.
Mr. Gardner, is Janet expecting you?
Actually, he wants a word with you.
Thanks, Tracy. Hi, take a seat.
My wife, she's pregnant.
I know. Congratulations.
And it's another boy. Are you prosecuting my son?
Well, nothing's finalised, but at this stage, there's not enough evidence to proceed.
Max's class was making books, copying and illustrating their favourite fairy tale. When we found Jake, Max was drawing in his book.
Mr. Gardner, if you want to make an official
If
statement...
Max was given the same choice, he would have been smart enough to take that apple. Don't contact me at home, please. My wife doesn't know I'm here.
Criminal history, custodial history, ABO. For your bail application, aren't you supposed to be in court in like 10 minutes?
Oh, shit. Who's the magistrate?
Roland, I think. You're welcome.
In the olden days, 3 children decided to play a game. One was the cook, one was the pig, and one was the butcher. Now I'm the butcher. The butcher cut the throat of the pig, while the cook caught the blood in a pot. The grown-ups saw what happened and arrested the butcher and the cook, taking them to the mayor.
Nobody knew what to do with the butcher until a wise man came up with a special way to decide if he was guilty or not. The judge would hold a red apple in one hand and a gold coin in the other. The judge would ask the butcher to choose. If he chose the apple, the children were innocent. But if he chose the gold coin, the children would be put to death. The butcher took the apple. Everyone was happy, and the butcher never got in any more trouble for what he did.
Max would be smart enough to choose the apple. He knew exactly what he was doing.
You ready to give evidence?
You need to tell us everything you can.
You know, kids, they were terrified of him. Max looks like a normal kid, but if you really look, there's something else behind his eyes.
We have to take your husband's statement into account.
Well, he's not even Max's real father. Did he tell you that?